And get a load of this. The CEO of Anheuser-Busch, which is the parent company of Bud Light, obviously. The CEO of Anheuser-Busch, his name is Brendan Whitworth. He's kind of a young guy. You'll see it in this video that I'm about to show you. He did an interview with CBS. Gayle King interviewed him. This is obviously damage control. It's Bud Light realizing that they've lost a quarter of their business, perhaps permanently, because they sent this one can of beer to Dylan Mulvaney with Dylan Mulvaney's face on it and hired Dylan Mulvaney to be an influencer for the brand. Based on this choice, based on the fact that consumers across the country reject the transgender ideology, the CEO of Anheuser-Busch had to do damage control. And he went on this television show, he went on CBS, and he refused to say that it was a mistake to send this beer with Dylan Mulvaney's face on it to Dylan Mulvaney. It's actually unbelievable. Take a listen to this.
Because since April, you all have faced a lot of incoming. How and why did it go so off the rails? Because that certainly wasn't your intention when you did one can to one person.
Yeah, it's been a challenging few weeks. And I think the conversation surrounding Bud Light has moved away from beer, and the conversation has become divisive. And Bud Light really doesn't belong there. Bud Light should be all about bringing people together. And there's been impact on the business, and I think that's publicly covered on Bud Light specifically.
Yeah, so what was your intention? Take us to the beginning. What was your intention? What were you all trying to do here? And you've done this before, these promotional campaigns.
Yeah, it was, just to be clear, it was a gift, and it was one can. But for us, as we look to kind of the future and we look to moving forward, we have to understand the impact that it's had. And like I said, that impact has taken place. But it's the impact on our employees, the impact on our consumers, and as well, the impact on our partners. And I think one thing that I'd love to make extremely clear is that impact is my responsibility. And as the CEO, everything we do here, I'm accountable for.
Given the moment we're in, this moment in America with trans issues at the top of a Republican social or conservative political agenda, knowing what you know now, if you could go back, would you send this can to this one person again?
There's a big social conversation taking place right now, and big brands are right in the middle of it. And it's not just our industry or Bud Light. It's happening in retail. It's happening in fast food. And so for us, what we need to understand is, deeply understand and appreciate, is the consumer and what they want, what they care about, and what they expect from big brands.
So this is part of why you're getting it from all sides, because I asked you, would you do it again? And people on the trans rights side of things, supporting that community, want you to say, yes, of course, we want that fortitude. And people on the right would criticize you for saying yes. So where are you on the issue? I mean, was this a mistake?
Bud Light has supported LGBTQ since 1998. So that's 25 years. And as we've said from the beginning, we'll continue to support the communities and organizations that we've supported for decades. Mm-hmm. But as we move forward, we want to focus on what we do best, which is brewing great beer for everyone, listening to our consumers, being humble and listening to them, making sure that we do right by our employees, take care and support our partners, and ultimately make an impact in the communities that we serve.
He had 9 minutes. I only showed you a portion of the entire interview. He had 9 minutes to say, yeah, it was a mistake. We shouldn't have done that. This is not only a polarizing topic, our consumer base rejects this ideology. And if I had to do it again, I wouldn't, obviously. It's cost us a quarter of our business. And yet the CEO of Anheuser-Busch, Brendan Whitworth, refused to say it. The interviewer, the gentleman that was sitting to the right of Gayle King, even pressed him on it. He asked, was this a mistake? Would you do this again? And Brendan Whitworth just did the corporate speak, this dodging and refusing to actually address the issue. He was just like, well, this is a divisive topic. Like, yeah, no dip, Sherlock. It is a divisive topic because it's a battle between right and wrong. You took the side of wrong. Do you regret it? Would you do it again now that you've suffered the societal repercussions of this wrong? I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little surprised by this. I don't expect Bud Light to walk this back because I think that they will face so much backlash from the left, so much bullying from the LGBTQIA tolerance crew that they're chicken, they're cowards to do this. But when he was asked, he was obviously there for damage control. He's obviously there because they're trying to do this summer push to get us back as consumers. I thought maybe he would say, yes, we shouldn't have done that, not because we reject Dylan Mulvaney, but because of the impact on our business, the pure market repercussions of this action, and he wouldn't do it. And I sat there and I thought, wow, this is really all we need to know. You and I. This is all the information that we need to base our decisions on what beer that we're going to buy from now and forever. They hate us. They actually hate us. They're lying to our face when Brennan Whitworth says, we value our consumers. We're listening to them. We want to understand them. No, you don't. You don't value us. You're certainly not listening to us, because what we're asking for from you is an apology. We're asking for regret. We're asking for a little contrition, a demonstration that you understand that what you did was being complicit in evil, and that you wouldn't do that again if you were given another opportunity. You're not listening to us. You don't value us. You hate us. They refuse to apologize. They refuse to retract it because they think that our values are hateful. They think that we are bigots. What did he reiterate in this interview? He reiterated that they're going to keep giving their money to the LGBTQIA lobby, activists that want to indoctrinate children in queer theory and then hide from parents when children are transitioning in school. That's what Bud Light actually stands for. And so I watched this video and I'm fascinated by the corporate strategy. I was fascinated from the entirety, even the visual. They had him in like white sneakers and a suit, a non-threatening suit with an open collar here. I mean, you know that they paid probably tens of thousands of dollars just to style this guy, to make him appear like he's just this cool bro that you can relate to, that you can trust, that's on your side. He's a regular guy, just a beer drinker. He just wants to bring people together. You know, they spent so much time, even the way he was sitting, like, don't be too much of a power move here. Slump your shoulders a little bit, lean forward, like, be gentle, admit, yeah, it's divisive. Like, everything was so very rehearsed. And yet, what's the one thing that he deliberately and repeatedly avoided? He deliberately and repeatedly avoided an apology. So I can tell you what my takeaway is, and this will come as no surprise. My takeaway is, not only should the boycott of Bud Light continue, the boycott of Bud Light, in my mind, is now permanent. They have had chance after chance after chance to express regret, chance after chance after chance to apologize. And I'm not an unforgiving person. I don't believe in what Hillary Clinton articulated in the 2016 election cycle when she called people irredeemable. I actually don't believe that people are irredeemable. I have a Christian worldview. I am happy to extend forgiveness to people when they are actually contrite, when they actually regret and show remorse for what they've done and actively try to pursue a different path. I think, well, my goodness, if I don't extend forgiveness to that person, I hope that Jesus is more forgiving to me when I meet my maker someday. I'm happy to extend forgiveness to people who actually apologize and change their way.
Hi guys, it's Liz Wheeler. Don't forget to watch my show, The Liz Wheeler Show, every night at 7 p.m. on the First TV. You can download the free First TV app, or you can visit thefirsttv.com/Liz and start watching today.